You're doing everything you were told to do with money. And somehow, it still feels like you're not getting ahead. You've stopped spending recklessly. You're disciplined. Every month, you move money into savings. Maybe $100. Maybe $200. Sometimes more when you can. And honestly, it feels good. You open your banking app and see a growing balance. 5,000, 8,000, $10,000 just sitting there. That's proof you're responsible, right? But then one day, you notice the interest. Your bank is paying something like 0.5%, which means if you have $10,000 saved, after an entire year, you earn about $50. And that's when a quiet thought creeps in. Wait, am I actually doing this right? Because everywhere you look, people are talking about investing. Stocks, index funds, compound growth. And suddenly, you start wondering if saving alone is quietly holding you back. Here's the truth most people never explain clearly. Saving money is a smart move. But saving money alone rarely builds real wealth. And this is where so many people get stuck. They're not reckless spenders. They're not bad with money. In fact, they're doing exactly what they were taught. Save first. Be careful. Don't take risks. But they were never taught how to move from saving to investing without feeling overwhelmed or risking their financial security. That's exactly what we're going to break down today. Step by step. No hype. No shortcuts. My name is Jeff, and this is Jeff Explains Finance. If you've got money sitting in savings and you're not sure how or when to start investing it, make sure to subscribe and like this video. This channel is all about making money concepts simple, practical, and realistic. Now let's start with something that might sound a little uncomfortable at first. Saving money won't make most people wealthy. Before that sounds harsh, let me explain. Saving has a job. Investing has a different job. Saving protects your money. Investing grows your money. Problems happen when we expect one to do the job of the other. Let's look at a simple example, using the US as a reference. If you put $10,000 into a typical savings account earning around 1% interest, after 1 year you'll have about $10,100. Now compare that to investing. Historically, the U.S. stock market, measured by the S&P 500, has averaged around 9 to 10% per year over long periods. At 10%, that same $10,000 becomes $11,000 after 1 year. Not life-changing yet. But stay with me. The real difference shows up over time. After 20 years, $10,000 saved at 1% becomes roughly $12,000. That same $10,000 invested at 10% becomes about $67,000. Same starting point. Completely different outcome. And here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest wealth gap usually isn't between people who save and people who spend. It's between people who save and people who invest. So why don't more people make that jump? The reason isn't math. It's psychology. Saving feels safe. Your balance doesn't move. It doesn't drop on a random Tuesday. You can see it. You can control it. Investing feels uncomfortable. Values go up and down. Headlines get dramatic. And emotionally, it feels like you're risking something you worked hard to build. So if you're thinking, Jeff, I understand the numbers, but I'm scared of losing my savings. That's normal. And that's exactly why the transition from saving to investing should happen in stages. Not all at once. Before you invest a single dollar, you need an emergency fund. This is non-negotiable. You should have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in cash. This money is not for investing, not for opportunities, not for market dips. It's for life. Job loss, medical bills, car repairs, unexpected expenses. Because here's what most people don't realize. The number one reason people panic sell investments isn't fear. It's need. An emergency fund protects your investments from your own life. This step is simple, but it's powerful. Create 2 mental buckets. Bucket 1, safety money. Bucket 2, growth money. Safety money stays stable. Growth money is allowed to move. When you stop expecting investment money to behave like savings, investing becomes far less stressful. This shift alone keeps many people from quitting too early. Step 3, start small and stay consistent. A lot of beginners think investing requires thousands of dollars. It doesn't. Today, many platforms let you start with $50 or $100. And here's the key point. Early on, the goal isn't making money. It's building the habit. Consistency beats timing. Every single time. Small actions, repeated over years, outperform big emotional decisions made occasionally. This is where many beginners go wrong. They jump straight into day trading, options, crypto speculation. But simple, boring investments often outperform complex ones. Take index funds. Instead of picking winners, you invest in hundreds or thousands of companies at once. Diversification. Lower risk. Long-term growth. Even Warren Buffett has said low-cost, index funds are the best choice for most investors. Simple doesn't mean weak. Simple means sustainable. Let's look at one more example. Imagine you invest $300 per month. That's about $10 a day. If the market averages around 8% per year, after 25 years, you'd have roughly $285,000. Here's the surprising part. You only contributed about $90,000. Almost $195,000 came from growth. That's compounding. And yes, investing feels uncomfortable at first. Markets dip. Headlines get loud. But discipline is what separates long-term investors from short-term gamblers. Think of it this way. Saving money is like storing seeds in a jar. They're safe, but nothing grows. Investing is like planting those seeds in soil. At first, it looks messy. Nothing seems to happen. But with time, those seeds grow into something far bigger than what you started with. And if you're worried about market crashes, good. That means you're thinking long-term. Crashes are normal. They've happened many times in history. But long-term investors often benefit because downturns let consistent investments buy more shares at lower prices. That's why experienced investors think in decades, not days. So let's recap. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Separate safety money from growth money. Start small and invest consistently. Focus on simple, long-term investments. Give compounding time to work. Saving gives you stability. Investing gives you freedom. And the earlier you combine both, the stronger your financial future becomes. If this video helped you, subscribe to Jeff Explains Finance. And tell me, are you still in the saving stage or have you already started investing? Drop it in the comments. I read them all.